Hello all, welcome to my channel. This is my first video in Learning Navigator. In my first lecture, I'm going to teach you research methodology, an introduction to a research methodology. So before getting into a concept of research methodology, I would like to ask you a question. What is research? What is research? You keep hearing this word research, research. So what is this research? Research is nothing but on a specific topic you raise a question and then you answer for the same question. You only raise a question and then you answer for the question that you raised. That is nothing but your research. Got it? That is nothing but a research. So, a research is a scientific and systematic search for pertinent information on a specific topic. If you take any specific topic, you dig for the information in a systematic and a scientific way, right? You go deeper and deeper into the topic in order to learn things. So that is nothing but a research. As the word research means you're searching again and again that's already existing in the literature. Why do we search again and again the literature? Because we want to find a question, right? How do we find a question? We can find the question only by going through the literature. When we go through the literature, when we research, when we search again and again the findings done by other people, we will get to know what should be my question. For once you define the question, you'll be able to answer the question, right? And it's also called as a movement from known to unknown. So a research carries you towards unknown, right? You know something, you start with a question and you start exploring that question answers, right? When you raise a question, you start exploring the possible answers for that question. So thereby your movement is from known to unknown. As and when you're exploring throughout this journey, you get to know many solutions, right? You get to know many solutions for the problem you have raised. So I can say that research is a scientific and a systematic way of search on a pertinent information in a specific topic, right? It's also by the Reitman and the Mary says that it's a systemized effort to gain new knowledge. Research is nothing but what, as I said, you put a question and then you answer. It's not existing in the globe, right? Nobody yet has answered or nobody has yet put question like that. So it's a systemized effort to gain new knowledge. Whenever you put question, when you find an answer for that question, it's that you found a new knowledge on it, right? Right? So it's systemized effort to gain new knowledge. And according to a Clifford Hoodie, the research is defined in steps. Okay, what is the first step? To do a research, the first step is to put a question, right? The question is nothing but a research problem, right? So the defining and redefining problems will be your first step. Defining and redefining the problems. Why do we have to redefine the problems after defining? Because the problem statement that we have chosen to answer might not be correct, right? We need to paraphrase it as many times as possible. We need to reframe it as many times as possible in order to make it clear, precise, accurate, and to the point, right? Once you define and redefine the problem statement, you will have to formulate the hypothesis. So what is this basically a hypothesis? See, for example, if you consider a real life, imagine, we are solving some problems in our lives. We have some problem and we keep thinking about that problem. When we keep thinking about the problems, don't we get most of the possible solutions? Okay, I can do this. Yes, I can do that to solve this problem. So many solutions around us, right? So those are nothing but, in terms of research, we call it as formulating the hypothesis. Once you have defined the problem, we have to note down all the possible solutions for that particular problem. That is where you call the formulation of hypothesis. Once you note down all the possible solutions for the research problem that you have defined, then your tasks of collecting a the tasks of collecting and evaluating the data starts. Okay, I got to know, okay, this is the solution. Then, to reach that solution, what and all I need? I need some resources. Those resources are nothing but data, right? I need a supporting evidence to say that, okay, this is how it works. For that, I need to collect and organize and evaluate the data. Once you have collected the data, you have worked on it, you have implemented it, and you have gotten your results, right? You have gotten your results. Now, from the results that you have obtained, you have to make a deductions and reach conclusions. You have to deduce. You have to deduce from the results that you have got, and you have to conclude, okay, this is the possible solution for the problem statement that I have chosen. Once you reach the conclusion, make sure that you test the conclusion that you have made with the hypothesis that you had made in the second step. Both of them should match. It's like when you are developing a software. After the development of a software, we test the software, right? Why do we test the software? To make sure that the actual output is matching the expected output, right? So similarly here, the actual output that you have obtained, the actual solution that you have obtained after all this process is matching with the expected output that you have framed in a hypothesis, right? So the actual solution and the expected solution should match. Then your research is positive. If the actual output and the expected output is not matching, both of the solutions are not matching, then we say that the research is negative, right? You haven't found the actual solutions that you wanted. That's all. And the objectives of research are of 4 types: exploratory or formulative, descriptive, diagnostic, hypothesis testing. So these are the 4 objectives of research. What do you mean by exploratory or formulative research? As the name says, exploratory or formulative, it is to achieve the familiarity with the phenomena or new insights into it. If you consider any phenomenon, you just explore and get to know about that phenomenon, okay? You get an exploration, like you get to know a lot about that phenomena. That is exploratory types of research. For example, you don't know something, okay, you just post something on a social media, and a lot of people keep commenting, keep sharing, keep liking your videos or posts that you have made, right? You wanted to explore something on a social media, so you post a message on a social media. So you got to explore so many things when you post it, right? That's exploratory or formulative research. Descriptive research, as the name says, descriptive, is to portray accurately the characteristics of an individual, situation, or a group. When do I get to know, okay, this is what's happening with the group, or this is what is happening with the individual? When do I get to know that? When a lot of observations are conducted. When you observe, when a lot of observations are conducted on a specific topic, then we get to know that, okay, these are the characteristics of so and so topic or so and so thing, right? This is a descriptive research. Third one is diagnostic, to diagnose something, to make sure that, to find out the frequency of something that's occurring with something else, right? How many times it's occurring, with what terms it's occurring. So that is diagnostic research. Next one, what we have is a hypothesis testing. Hypothesis testing is nothing but the testing the relationship between a different variables. We might have different variables when we are framing a solutions. So basically we take all those variables and find out the relationship between these variables, right?